everyone, and welcome to Tinker Gamer Hacker Maker. Today we're going to actually do a tech review of the Secret Lab Titan chair. Now, there are a bunch of gamer chairs out on the market, and there's different experiences, but I really wanted to kind of take this from a different approach as someone who's just a normal consumer who needed a chair, and why I bought this expensive chair. So, a little bit of background. I've sat in lots of chairs, we all have. I actually used to work in an office that used to have professional seating chairs that were ergonomic and supposed to be good for your back. These chairs are actually quite expensive. Some of the chairs can be hundreds, up to about $1,000 or $1,500. Now, the reason that it's usually that expensive is because there's a lot of ergonomics that take into support your back. If you're sitting at a computer working all day, you need good back support. I was in a situation, because now that I'm working from home, I actually needed a chair to support my back. I started having some back pains. I had a regular, kitchen chair, but I was sitting on this kitchen chair for 8 hours a day, and I needed to get away from this kitchen chair, and I needed something that gave me more support and was more comfortable and just easier to work with. So I'm going to walk you through the experience, give you my thoughts, what it was like to purchase and unpack, and just kind of the overall experience I had with this chair. Now, why did I choose this chair? I chose this chair because everyone else had all these great reviews about how comfortable it is, it has good support, it's solid, but it was also very expensive. And when I saw other chairs, which were probably closer to chairs I would have purchased before, they just didn't seem to have the same material or to be as sturdy. So I really boiled it down to a couple of different situations. My back was hurting. So do I want to have the doctor bills that go along with a painful back and spine issues? Or do I want to spend a little bit more to be comfortable so I have a back that I can now have an active life and be back to the things I was doing normally? So let's go through the Secret Lab experience and why I bought this chair. So here you see them. This is me when I got the chair was delivered. I put it together, and I haven't seen an unboxing of it, but let's go ahead and talk about the unboxing of this. This is pretty cool. I've never seen this in a piece of a furniture box. So that is a warning. And it tells you whatever you do not touch the backrest lever. Which makes sense, because it's essentially like a spring-loaded piece that if the back isn't in place, it can swing and smack you or cut you and all that other stuff. So it's just telling you, be careful. As you can see, this is when you first open the box, and then it comes with like this big divider piece that says, congratulations, you purchased a Secret Lab chair. So it's like, okay, yeah, that's nice, whatever, it's just packaging. So we take it a step further. So the other side of that card was the assembly instructions, and it actually had, if you can see right above my head there, is a QR code for, of course, video instructions and how to really put the chair together. Honestly, this chair was really easy to assemble. It came mostly assembled. You just had to put the major pieces together. I really appreciated the fact that it is hand inspected, which means that somebody made sure that everything that went into the box was complete. I think that's very different compared to a lot of things we buy today, where it's done in the manufacturing process, it's put in a box, and if it missed quality assurance or quality check, a set of eyes hasn't verified that it's all together. So I really appreciate that it's hand inspected. Now this thing was packaged amazing. So as you can tell, I got the Batman edition. It also allowed it to ship faster because the standard edition was out. And I paid a little bit more, but I don't mind being Batman. It's just pretty cool. It's a black on black, so I enjoyed that. The packaging was solid. Like, if you look at this first one, we have the kind of just the information that comes with it. And this is the back that was just sitting on top as one piece, and then right below that was the base, and then on the corner there on the left in the middle picture is essentially the spring mechanism for the seat, and then you have the base, and that's it. You have this accessory container, and this actually had things like the bolts which you need to put on, which there's 4 in the box, and then 4 on the backrest, and then it was just the mechanism for sitting inside of the base. So came with a little toolkit, so you don't need to purchase tools. Everything was there. You didn't have to find hex keys. Came with an Allen key. Really, really useful. I thought that was excellent. And I'm not going to go through putting it together because it's so easy to put together. I mean, I had this thing together in minutes. It's just like, okay, take it out of the box, put on the backrest. Or sorry, unscrew the screws on the backrest, screw them in, screw on the base, attach the base. Chair. I mean, I really appreciate that. It wasn't 150 different pieces. So it was a really solid experience so far. I'm like, okay, this is great so far. But how is it after that? So, pros and cons. And I'm missing some pictures here. Let me see if I can bring it up for you. But I actually, yeah, here we go. And this is the chair in its entirety, or most of its entirety. And this is just another version of it. So, as you can see, I got it together. It comes with the memory foam pillow, which is a nice touch. It's actually very comfortable. It sits well. The nice thing about the Titan is also when you select your chair, pay very much good attention to your weight and your height, because I fit. Like, so I looked at the Omega. Don't choose a Secret Lab chair based on the cost. You're not buying a chair for the cost. You're buying this chair for the experience, and of course to save your back, because I'll get into that in a second. And it fits my body type really, really well. So I like it. It's excellent. Now let's talk about some of the pros and cons of this chair. One of the things you probably won't hear is when you get this out of the box and put it together, there is a smell. And that is probably from the manufacturing process. This is PU leather. If you don't know what that is, it's a polyurethane based leather. It's a faux leather. But it is very durable, but there is a bit of an odor to it. It will take maybe about a week or so to dissipate. The chair, when I first received it, was a bit stiff, and it still is a bit stiff, and my body's still kind of breaking in the leather and the material to kind of, you know, be a little more comfortable for me. But it has a couple, and that's fine. That's any chair you get. You need to kind of break it in a little bit, but it's much more comfortable than the kitchen chair I was sitting on. That being said, this chair actually reclines all the way. You can fall asleep in this chair real easy, which I think is excellent. But the big thing for me is it actually does have a handle back here for the back support. It'll actually give you that lumbar support, so it has a device in the seat which will give you some more support to your lower back, which is exactly what I love about this chair. And that actually kind of sets a big precedence here for this price point. Chairs with solid lumbar support, adjustable lumbar support, adjustable springs, adjustable settings are typically very expensive. This is actually, even at, I believe I paid $400 and change, this is actually cheaper than those type of office chairs. I get something that's thematically awesome, and I get something that's actually very comfortable and sturdy. When I say this is sturdy, if you've ever sat on like a solid wood chair, Now imagine that, but really nice leather, very comfortable, very firm. I feel solid and secure. It doesn't tip. I don't think I can even tip this base, and I'm kind of a hefty guy. So it's a very different experience. And when you look at other people, they'll say, okay, well, I tested a chair, I sat in the chair, or they'll try to come up with all the specs for it. No, realistically, what it boils down to is you get what you pay for. You want a comfortable experience, you're sitting a lot, you want a high quality chair that's actually going to give you some back support, sit well. My spine is still, my tailbone and everything's still kind of still adjusting. The seats, it's still a little firm for me. I'm still breaking it in a little bit, but I'm sure once I kind of loosen up that leather, it'll be fine. And it's just like a good pair of shoes. I expect this chair to last a long time, and it feels like it's going to last a long time. So that's why I spent as much as I did on this chair. Some people do think it's expensive, and I get that. I understand that it is an expensive chair, but it can be worse. It could be $1,500. And I've seen similar chairs to this cost more. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Would you prefer to spend more on a chair and have less back problems, or save on medical costs? That's my reasoning. But would you prefer to spend more on a chair, or do you don't care about a chair? You think your back's fine, or for you the chair is a chair is a chair? I'd like to know, because different folks like different things. I've seen some people use medicine balls. I've seen some people use weird angle transactions that have no contraptions that have no back. All I know is that right now I'm about 3 to 4 weeks into having this chair, and my back is not hurting as much. I like it, and it's what I expected when I would go into an office. And I'm just going to keep on talking about why I'm enjoying this so much. So I'm going to cut it there. As always, check out our other content. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. As always, Tinker Gamer Hacker Maker, and we'll catch you next time.